Girl, how have you had a blind brother for 3 years and you have never folded his cane? I feel like that is like the first thing all my sighted friends want to do. Not to help me, obviously, that's not helpful. I'll just fold my own damn cane. But like literally because they think it's fun. Because they think it is fun to fold it and like unfold it, even as adults. As a kid, that was everybody in the school year. I thought that was so fun. As adults, still.
Oh, definitely. I can attest.
Yeah. Literally, my fiance will do it every now and then. He's like, this is so fun. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. You can use code Molly Burke for 10% off your purchase of a website or domain name. Sighted people blindfolding themselves to simulate vision loss is actually very controversial in the blind community. There is two ends of the spectrum, and frankly, I've sat on both at different times in my life. There are people who think that it is a great way to help the rest of the world understand what it's like to be a blind person. There is the other end of the spectrum who say no, it is not representative of the blind experience in any way because most of us don't go blind overnight. Most of us either are born blind or progressively go blind. And while yes, there is a portion of the blind community who of course does go from 20/20 to blind overnight due to things like traumatic accidents or surgeries gone wrong, it is definitely a minority within the minority. And also, many of us get access right away to adaptation. For me, I grew up learning how to be blind before I even went blind. Many people born blind are getting interventions immediately upon diagnosis. Those who go blind suddenly also get put in touch with organizations that allow them to learn to adapt. So a sighted person going from 20/20 to putting a blindfold on and being, for all intents and purposes, completely blind is not fully representative of the blind experience. And so they say, actually, no, it creates like a really negative perception of blindness because they don't have the coping skills that real blind people do. I understand both of those takes because I felt both of those at different times. When I was deeply entrenched in cure culture, medical model, I really believed in blindfolding sighted people as an experience, doing like dinners in the dark as a fundraiser, that kind of vibe. Being like, look how hard our lives is, don't you want to cure us? And then when I got really involved in the more like social justice movement and the disability rights movement, I went full the other direction. Now, like most things in life, I live in the gray area in between. I love nuance. One of you once called me the queen of nuance, and like, thank you. That is the highest honor I could receive because I love nuance. I think everybody needs to look at the world a little more gray in between. So I very much sit in between now. I see the benefits and I see the problems. And I think that as long as sighted people go into the experience of being blindfolded with the understanding that it can help you develop some compassion, some empathy, some understanding, while also realizing it is not completely representative of the true lived experience for the majority of blind people, then we can have a productive conversation and it can be a useful tool. My fiance, we have been together for 3.5 years now. We have lived together for just over 2 years. And I didn't know that he was doing this early on in our relationship, but he would do things like close his eyes in the shower and close his eyes while trying to blend a smoothie, doing little things like that to try to understand what my life was like. And I actually found that really sweet that he was doing that because I do want people in my life to try to understand what my life is like and what they're asking me to do when they're asking me to try a new thing and how they can best then learn to support me in learning how to do said new thing. And he has like probably for at least a year now been asking me if he could blindfold himself for 24 hours. And for all the reasons I've mentioned, I've been hesitant. However, we're doing it. He's worn me down. We are doing it tomorrow. He is blindfolding himself all day. And yes, don't worry, we will be filming it, which is going to be next Tuesday's video. So make sure you have subscribed and the notification bell is turned on if you want to see that. And don't worry, we will be covering the full experience with the nuance it deserves. But I thought a fun lead up to our filming day tomorrow and to the video next week for all of you would be to react to this video together of a sighted sister being blindfolded for a day to experience what life is like for her blind brother. We literally just stumbled upon this video today in deciding what I was going to sit down and react to, and I was like, boom, perfect timing, couldn't be better. So let's get into it. Headphones are going on. Our laptop prop is here. Let's get into it.
Where are you?
So keep coming down. This way. Follow me. Down.
Huh? Keep coming.
Okay, pause. Was she using a cane or anything?
So he has a cane and she does.
Okay, of course there's no audio description, so that was very out of context for me. So it sounds like for other blind folk, he has a cane, he's the real blind person, and then she also has a cane and he was trying to verbally direct her.
Should I roll my sleeves down?
You get rolling like that?
Yes. Should I roll it
Yeah, that's
down?
fly. Nah, that's fly.
I know that's fire, right?
Introduce yourselves.
Oh, my name is Donnie, by the way. This is my little sister, Dom. She's like 3 years younger than me.
What are you two doing here today?
I'm a show in the life of being blind. Well, I lost my eyesight due to a tragic accident. I got shot in my face.
Oh. Okay, wait, I think there's just text on screen. I don't know what's happening. In 2008, Donnie was caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting. Awful. Ugh, he is not the only person I know who's gone blind due to gun violence. Obviously, I have had Ross Minor on my channel multiple times, including in my podcast, What's Really Like, if you want to go check that out. Incredible person, incredible interview. But even Ross is not the only person I know. So, so sad.
Do you ever think what it's like for me to be blind?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
What do you think about?
So I worry about like who you're with, if you're safe, if you're with someone who's trustworthy enough to get you to where you need to go in a safe way. All the time.
Oh, okay.
More text on screen, you gotta love it. We asked Donnie's sister Dom to experience what it's like firsthand to be blind.
Dom, why did you agree to do this?
Just to see what it's like. I think it's interesting to see how he navigates the world and think about like the things that he does, the things that he's able to do. I've seen him come a long way.
Can you see?
No.
Okay, so they gave her a blindfold to put on, and she put it on while they're still like in the interview segment.
Look, you can roll it. So it's like.
This is so annoying how inaccessible this video is. Okay, now my fiance says that he is showing her the cane. It is continually incredibly frustrating when videos are made about blind people and made to be so incredibly inaccessible. To be honest, I think I might have watched this video many years ago and left a comment, which would be funny to go find if it's there. It's extremely frustrating, like something like putting text on screen. And look, I'm not here saying that I have the most accessible videos. I try my best. A company like Cut, who produced this video, has so many employees. I am a very small group, and everybody does their part to try their best to like make things as accessible as possible. And my videos when I first started weren't accessible because I honestly didn't even know how to do that. Like, I don't edit, so the editing is up to somebody else, and I didn't even think to ask them like, hey, could you provide audio description? And now we try like in vlogs to include a voiceover when there's B-roll clips if it's necessary. Thankfully, a lot of my videos are truly just me sitting and talking, and I do that very intentionally. It's accessible for me. It's accessible for you. But I really do try to be as inclusive as possible, even if I don't always get it right. They're not even trying. They're not even freaking trying. Putting text on screen while music plays, having sound bites entirely out of context that required visuals, it's so frustrating.
I did find your comment, by the way.
Oh my god, my fiance found my comment. I did in fact leave a comment. I wish you were mic'd up. Okay, we took a quick second to have my fiance set up the mic for him because already just in these first like minute of this video, I've had to have him AD so many times and then I just repeat for you to hear. So he is now mic'd up, and if we need AD, he's gonna do it for us. And guess what? Good news, he did in fact find my comment from how many years ago is it, Brendan?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Let's see what sassy comment I made 4 years ago.
It's quite long, but I'll just give you the first point that you make because I think the second point is about something later in the video.
Okay.
So the first thing you said is, as a blind person, 2 things stuck out to me in this video. Here's the first one. It had 0 audio description. When making content about, in all caps, blindness, it's important to make it accessible to blind people. I know we're working on this though, Cut, so I give you the pass. Just commenting to remind others watching this, making content accessible matters.
Okay, we're working on this part. They were trying to work with me on a video and then decided they didn't want to. So that's the tea. So yeah, I had like privately reached out to them and was like, hey. And they were like, you're so right. And then I pitched a concept and they're like, let's do it. We got on some phone calls. We were emailing back and forth. They were going to fly me in. And I mentioned that I needed like my mom flown in with me because I don't travel alone for these kinds of things, and that I'd need, I think I needed 2 nights in a hotel for some reason. And they were like, we don't have the budget, which given how many millions of views their videos get, I find it hard to believe because I know what AdSense looks like and I know they probably did. Anyways, so yeah, we were working on it because I was like, hey, let me help you make stuff accessible. And that's why that we're working on it part, so I'll give you a pass, is in that comment. Behind the scenes lore. And then I guess we'll read the rest of my comment when we continue the video. I've been hosting my website, mollyburkeofficial.com, on Squarespace for as long as I can remember at this point, but this past year we did totally revamp it and give it a facelift, and we used one of their newest tools to help us. Design Intelligence uses cutting-edge AI to help you build a beautiful, bespoke online presence for your business or brand that fits your unique needs. All you have to do is answer a few quick questions, and then it helps generate the website for you. Of course, you're able to tweak it from there, but it really makes it so simple and seamless. And once your website is up and running, you can start making money immediately by selling content. You can sell anything from courses, blogs, videos, or memberships. And then you can set up recurring revenue by putting up a paywall. Just set the price, and then you choose whether you want a one-time payment or a subscription. Even if you don't make content, there are still ways to make money on Squarespace by turning any lead into paying clients using proposals, estimates, contracts, and even invoices all through your website. So if you're ready to get building your Squarespace website, head to squarespace.com/Molly Burke to get 10% off your purchase of a website or domain name. Okay, let's go.
You see,
Oh, that's,
here,
yeah, where you at?
Do it.
Do what?
Do it like this. Move it across the ground.
I did.
The telltale sound of a rolling marshmallow tip. I know it anywhere.
Boom. Is this the bathroom?
No, that's a camera. What are you trying to do?
Wait.
I'm going to the bathroom.
She thought a camera was a bathroom? How do you get those two things confused? I'm so confused.
I have no idea.
I'm confused by her confusion. If I reached out and touched a camera, even a sighted person surely would be like, I'm not confusing a tripod with a camera for a bathroom door. Anyways.
This is the bath. Oh shit. What the fuck is happening? Okay, got it. Don't come in.
I'm not gonna come in. I just heard the door.
I'm at the bath. I made it.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I broke something.
You broke the toilet?
No.
You clogged it up?
Shut the fuck up. It's not funny.
It's a curb.
Pause.
Basically.
I mean, her struggle with the public bathroom is very real. Like, public bathrooms are literally the bane of my existence. If I don't have a sighted person to go in with me, I can't stand it. Because why is every bathroom completely different from every other bathroom? No two bathrooms are the same, and there's so many things to battle. So I feel her on that one.
It's a curb, basically. So you want to step down. There's 2 steps. Keep going. So here, let me break down your cane because you don't know how to do it. Red
Wait,
apple near-
pause. He said, let me break down your cane because you don't know how to do it. Girl, how have you had a blind brother for 3 years and you have never folded his cane? I feel like that is like the first thing all my sighted friends want to do. Not to help me, obviously, that's not helpful. I'll just fold my own damn cane. But like literally because they think it's fun. Because they think it is fun to fold it and like unfold it. Even as adults. As a kid, that was everybody in the school year. I thought that was so fun. As adults, still.
Oh, definitely. I can attest.
Yeah. Literally, my fiance will do it every now and then. He's like, this is so fun. So
Especially
I'm
like flipping it out like a switchblade.
so I'm shocked she's never done that in 3 years.
Also, so now they're getting in a car, and it looks like just like a production car, not like an Uber or anything.
Okay.
What are we gonna get at the grocery store?
Stuff for to make tacos. We're gonna get some ground turkey. We're gonna get some sour cream, some cheese.
Oh. Yum.
Ow.
This way. So you want to get parallel with the street. So you hear the cars coming from that way?
Yeah.
Follow me.
So now they're crossing the street
Down.
and going into a grocery
Keep
store.
coming.
Pause. One thing that's so funny is I noticed he said, you hear the sound coming from that way. But like, she can't see either now. And I find myself doing this. Like, I know tomorrow when you're blindfolded. I'll have to be like very conscious of making sure I'm talking to you the way I would talk to a blind person. Because I'm so
funny, yeah.
used to talking to sighted people day to day. And when I'm around my blind friends, I adjust. I adjust to using more like, if you walk 5 feet ahead, stick your hand out to the left, it'll be around hip height. Like, I will talk to them the way I want people to talk to me because I know that's what's actually helpful. But when I talk to sighted people, I don't do that. I just say, oh, it's over there in the corner, because I know a sighted person will visually scan and find it. So it's really funny to me that he's talking to her like she can still see, even though he knows talking like that to a blind person isn't helpful. It's just like we're so used to talking to sighted people.
How can I help you today?
I'm trying to get some ingredients for some tacos, so can you help me around and get some taco meat or
Yeah,
something?
that's no problem. I'll grab a basket. If you want to put your hand on my shoulder, I can lead you around. If that's
Come on
easy
now.
for you, we'll do that. Okay. So right now we're passing the dairy section where the
Have you ever, this is a question for you, Molly, had to, I think you have, right? Like had to like ask someone to help shop for you or with you?
Yeah, when I lived on my own at 18, I would go grocery shopping on my own. I lived alone for 2 years, for those who don't know, in downtown Toronto, and I had a No Frills near me, and I would go to No Frills, and I would go to the customer service desk, and I would ask somebody to help me, and I would have my list of products and ingredients and stuff that I needed for the week, and then they would walk around with me with the basket, and they would, you know, if I had like green olives, they would bring me over to the green olives and be like, they would read me the options, they would read me the prices, if there was any sale or deal on, and I would be like, okay, that's the one I want, this is how many. So yeah, that's how I would grocery shop back when I did do it on my own. Before I had an incredible fiance that does all the grocery shopping.
How was your experience with that? Was it like a lot of people who were like, were they flustered? Did they think you were the coolest thing ever? Were they?
I mean, I am the coolest thing ever, blindness or not, so obviously yes. Thankfully, I never had anybody rude or grumpy. Like, everybody was always really helpful, though I do know that's not always the experience by nature with customer service. Like, there's going to be some people who are really good at their job and super gung-ho and in a good mood, and there's going to be people who either aren't so good at their job or are just not having a great day, and sometimes put that on the customer, which is not right, but unfortunately it does happen. I just saw a blind person dealing with that on TikTok. They were talking about how they like had somebody shame them and make them feel really bad and guilty that like they were such a burden for asking the customer service to help them shop. And it's like, well, what I implore you to think about anytime you feel like a blind person is being a burden or a disabled person is burdensome to you is imagine how hard it is for us every day. You have to help somebody for 30 minutes to shop. Imagine how hard it is that we always need help to shop.
And they're
every
getting
time.
paid to do it.
Yeah, and you're literally on the clock. So remember how hard it is for us to have to ask for that help, that we need that help every single damn time, and we don't want it. We wish it wasn't that way. But unfortunately, the world is not yet accessible, so we do need that help. And you're just lucky that you don't need that.
did you want some cheese first?
Yeah, can I get some cheese and sour cream?
Okay, we got this 3 cheese Mexican.
Yep, that's fine.
That gonna work for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, so right now we're passing through.
This is a funny gesture just to point it out. The guy that's helping them shop, he like pulls the cheese off the shelf and he kind of like holds the cheese out to them.
Oh, as if they're gonna grab it.
Or no, like to show them what kind of cheese it is.
Oh, funny. See, everybody's so used to like interacting a certain way.
Like, yeah.
That you don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Produce section. You all right?
Yes.
Hold on to his other shoulder.
Okay.
So you put your hand on my shoulder right there. Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna step to the left. a
Wait,
little.
pause. Very interesting that they're doing shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The traditional sighted guide would be elbow. It's more useful than shoulder for many reasons, namely that if there's like a narrow passageway, the person giving sighted guide would take their arm and put it behind their back, which would signal to me to step behind you. So that would be more typical. I do know predominantly men who like to do the shoulder, and I have talked to guys who do that, and it's been for one of two reasons. Either a height thing, like if they're extremely tall and being guided by somebody who's much more petite, they prefer it. Or I did have one blind guy friend who was like, it seems like not masculating, like emasculating to hold somebody's elbow, and for some reason he felt that holding their shoulder was more masculine. Lot to unpack there, but we're not going to get into it.
Yeah, it's not like a handhold.
Right?
Yeah, it's just an elbow.
Very strange. Anyways, if you're blind, sound off in the comment section. I'm curious, do you do elbow or shoulder? And if you do shoulder, please tell us why.
Turkey right there. That's the one you want? Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
you just
fine.
need.
Just one.
We're gonna walk straight a little bit more to the
Got
taco
it.
seasoning. Wait right here.
Oh,
Oops,
sorry. Sorry.
You're fine. Don't even worry about it.
Can we get lettuce?
Yeah,
Like
that's
shredded
fine.
lettuce?
Shredded lettuce. That's not a problem. And I have you come through the check stand right now. This is where you're gonna put your card. So if you want to put your hand forward, yep, and then can you?
This is a chip?
Yep, exactly. You got it.
So Dom, how was that experience doing some shopping for your tacos?
I ran into a guy.
I ran into mad stuff. I think I was knocked down some wine.
All right, y'all ready to go cook up some food?
Yeah.
Please? All right, let's do it.
I don't know if it's because of the blackout shades.
You're getting tired. So you see
Yeah.
how tired you get when you're.
Yeah, you get more tired faster.
Yep, I told my fiance literally like an hour ago when we were talking about it, I was like, I promise you're gonna need a nap tomorrow. You're gonna get sleepy. You will be tired. Very common for blind people and disabled people in general to get more fatigued than sighted people. It does just take more energy to navigate the world with your other senses than it does when you're sighted. You're constantly trying to adapt and accommodate and do things in different ways. Your senses are constantly taking in so much more information that sighted people are filtering out. So it definitely tends to be more fatiguing. Also, you're not getting visual stimulation, meaning your brain just gets a bit more tired. For example, when I'm like watching TV, even with audio description, I'll often like play with fidget toys to give my brain more stimulation to keep myself awake. Otherwise, it's the same as like listening to an audiobook or podcast to fall asleep. I'm just listening to a TV show and it can like lull me to sleep if I'm not super engaged in that story. Ooh, I also found it interesting. I noted that they got pre-shredded cheese and pre-shredded lettuce. Us blind folk do love pre-cut, anything pre-done. Give it to us as easy as it can be. Unless you're Christine Ha, of course, then, you know, girl, go off, do your damn thing. But that was definitely something that I used to do a lot. You guys know I don't cook. I don't do the raw meat. I don't do the heat. But I would make myself salads, I would make myself girl dinners, I would do like yogurt bowls and smoothies and stuff like that. And anything that I could get that was like as pre-done for me as possible, always a win.
It's dark.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, man, I could easily go to sleep.
Sleep. Yeah, I feel like I could definitely go to sleep right now.
There is also the 24-hour sleep cycle disorder that's very common in blind people, particularly those who are completely blind and have no light perception. Your brain isn't getting like the circadian rhythm correct. Like sighted people use the light, the sun, to help their bodies understand when is night, when is day, to produce melatonin naturally, all of these things. It's why they say like no blue light at night and use orange lights at night, things like that, because it's indicating to your body to start producing natural melatonin and prepare for sleep. But for completely blind people, they don't receive that. So it's very common that their sleep cycle is like completely thrown off.
Also, this is funny. They're showing her she's sleeping in the back of the car already.
I know I'm going to find you sleeping somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That you want to ask me that you haven't asked me yet?
Yeah.
What?
Do you remember what I look like?
Yeah.
Has it faded?
No, I know you're beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
you're gonna make me cry.
Why did you ask that?
Because that's the only thing that I really care about. He hasn't seen my face in 13 years.
oh, 13. For some reason, I thought it said 3.
Right?
Yeah. We're about to make tacos right now. So rip it off, put it in the skillet.
Ooh, they're cooking using heat.
I know. Here's the thing. Even if I could see, I don't think I would deal with raw meat. Here, I was like vegan, vegetarian for a decade of my life. And even though I'm not anymore, I can't talk about animals when I eat meat. I have to like dissociate. I know that's terrible, but like the idea of raw meat disgusts me on such a visceral level. It is so foul to me. And back when I was taking cooking classes for the blind, I would like voluntarily get grades deducted because I was unwilling and refused to go near meat, raw meat, to cook. So I think even if I was sighted, I would probably not cook meat.
Turn the water on. Don't be scared of the water, man. You gotta just touch it. You gotta feel around. Stop being scared. Turn it on to the medium, like 3 o'clock. That should be medium. It should take about 8 minutes. Your meat should be done.
To cook.
Yeah. FaceTime Ralph.
I turned it off.
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
You think this is looking done?
Looking like at least a good 2-3 more minutes.
So it looks like he's on the phone. I don't know if he's using Be My Eyes or something similar.
Yeah, it sounds like he FaceTimed a friend. You know, a lot of people use Be My Eyes. A lot of people FaceTime friends. I am somebody who would generally FaceTime either my fiance or my parents, and then I go to Be My Eyes as like a secondary option if none of my loved ones are available. I understand some people just go straight to Be My Eyes because they don't want to feel like they're like burdensome or using their family. My parents and my fiance, I know, like would literally rather I go to them. So they're like we're always here for you. So I don't feel like guilty or bad about calling them. Obviously, like if my fiance's at work on set or something, I'm never gonna reach out to him unless it's like an emergency, but within reason. Like if say my parents were like on an airplane and my fiance's at work, I'm not gonna bug them. I'm gonna go straight to Be My Eyes. But generally, just like it seems like he's on the phone with a friend, I would go to a friend first.
Make sure you just keep stirring all that around.
My wrist hurts.
This is why she don't cook.
Shut up, I can cook for myself. Do you think I have a sense of what it's like to be blind? A real sense?
No, not a real sense yet. You have a sample.
What is that? Oh, that's my braid.
You know how to get the plates?
Nope.
You see the plates?
I will say this is also actually not her apartment. I don't know if they said it's his apartment. So she might not even be as familiar with, like, say, where the bowls are and
Right.
everything.
But there's bowls on top of the plates. Okay. Okay.
You see the cheese?
Move out of the way.
The cheese is to your left. See, that's why you gotta do your prepping. Know where everything is when you're in the kitchen.
Us blind people need to know where everything is all the time.
I lost your taco. I found it. There's a little bit. I think that's a little bit.
Just pour it on top of the meat.
I don't know if it's coming out.
Oh, this must be the hardest part. She's trying to do the hot sauce.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Just literally pouring the hot sauce on her taco.
Any sauce pouring, anything I can't touch with my hands is gonna be always very challenging. But keep in mind, I am like the least skilled person in the kitchen. There's so many more blind people skilled than I am. For example, this guy right here. What's interesting to me is, as blind people, we are so used to memorizing where everything is all the time. And sighted people are just not used to having to do that. You're so used to the privilege of being able to just look and see where it is that you don't have to remember where it is. You just get to see where it is. So it makes sense to me that he's like, she's on the left. And she's like, where's the cheese? I know that's going to be the situation tomorrow with my fiance. I always joke that he has a goldfish brain. And so it's going to be definitely like a big struggle, the remembering where things were put or where they're kept.
Oh my gosh, imagine I lose my phone halfway through the day and then that's it. No
And
phone the rest of the
you're
day.
not going to have the odd time that I do lose my phone. I'm like, excuse me,
Yeah.
could you scan your room? Well, okay, keep in mind, I will crawl around on my damn hands and knees and I will search high and low. And then I will finally go, I can't find my phone. And then you come in and you're like, oh, it's right there. It's in the middle of the bed. I'm like, I swear to freaking God. I back and forth in a grid pattern, looked on that bed. Always. The blind people know what I'm talking about. I know I'm not the only person who deals with that.
There you go.
Thank you. Cheers. Lay you down.
Love you too. Mine's good.
Good job.
Looks like she did a good job on
Mine
it.
are good.
You guys ready to end the experiment?
I feel bad now.
Why do you feel bad?
Because now I get to see again. I have the option now. Just go by and live like my normal life, and now you don't. Like, you don't have the option.
All right. Well, this is my normal life.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want her to feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? But it's just an eye-opener, basically. Like what I go through. Or what blind people go through. It's not the end of the world when you become blind. You know what I'm saying? There's other things that you could do to navigate through this world, like go grocery shopping or cooking your own food. You know what I'm saying? You can take them all down.
Oh, shit.
Will it hurt?
It's so bright outside. I can't look at the window. Oh my God, I forgot what y'all look like. I don't know what he goes through, but I worry. Today it was cool because we were in it together, and now I feel like I'm kind of abandoning him.
Nah, you ain't abandoning me. You helped me a lot.
Was this worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was.
So, I think that whole guilty feeling bad thing is what a lot of people in the disability rights movement want to avoid. We don't want people feeling bad for us. We want change. We want increased access. We want attitudinal change. But feeling bad for us doesn't help us. And that's also why charities love to do it. because they want you to feel bad for us so that you give them money to cure us. And that's why there's those two exact opposite ends of the spectrum. That's why it's important to like have that nuanced take. So anyways, I think that was really interesting. Obviously, they didn't do everything. Like in this video is like a 6-minute video where all they did was go to a grocery store and cook. There's of course, I'm sure so much we didn't see that happened, but those are just two very small, narrow aspects of being blind. And there is so much more that goes into a day. So if you want to see like truly a full day, you're definitely going to want to watch next week's video because we're going to be doing everything. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous for you. Like, I feel more scared and nervous for you than I think you feel. Because I know what you're in for.
I think scared is the wrong word, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I'm scared of happening. I'm not going to get hurt.
I was going to say, I'm scared that you're going to get hurt.
Maybe
One,
I'll stub my toe.
I am scared for you emotionally. You know, like, I'm worried it'll hit you harder than you think. I think, yeah, like, it might be one of those things where you feel sad or bad for me because you actually have a full understanding of my day. And that's not a feeling you can just choose not to feel, right? Like, if you feel sad for me, you feel sad for me. You can't be like, it's fine. If that's how you feel, that's the feeling that comes up, and that's your prerogative.
I guess we'll have to wait
But
till
I
tomorrow
feel like
to
it's
find
going to be
out.
mentally harder than you think, and maybe I'll be wrong, and that'll be equally interesting. So we'll all find out next week. But I kind of want to go back to my comment and see what was part 2 of my comment.
You also said, while I agree that Blake was lovely, and I too have had many amazing store clerks help me with my shopping, it hurts to see how many comments about simply how Blake was so kind to help, deserves a raise, etc. Imagine being someone like me or the man featured in this video, reading those comments. It makes me / those of us in this community who need this type of service feel like a burden when those who help us are praised so heavily for it. I suggest looking into the term inspiration porn. For those of us with disabilities, we are often praised for simply functioning as a human, or those in our lives who support us are praised for helping us. Neither of these feel good. At the end of the day, we want to be treated like people. All humans need help sometimes, disabled or not. All humans are good at some things or bad at others, disabled or not. All we want is to be as independent as possible, but the world is designed for able-bodied people, which makes it hard to be at times.
Slay, Molly. Slay! Couldn't have said it better myself. Completely agree with that, which makes me now want to read A, some of the replies to my comment, and B, some of the comments, because I'm very curious. But it sounds like overwhelmingly people were praising the store clerk for helping them. And as I said in that, he was doing his job. That's his job. He was being paid to do that. That's a part of his job. And so to say somebody deserves a raise because they helped a customer, if he helped a non-disabled customer, he's just doing his job. But because he helped a disabled customer, he deserves a raise. Hate that, gross, yuck, ew. Re-examine yourself if you thought that stuff.
There's no replies directly to yours, which I was surprised by. Usually when you comment, there's like everyone's like, "Oh my God, Molly Burke."
Not even like, "Oh my God, Molly Burke." I'm just like, wow, the fact that nobody was like, "Oh, this is
like a
making me
blind
think."
person giving me a perspective.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple comments of people saying, like, the guy at the grocery store was super helpful to them. It makes me happy to know there are people out there who help with blind people with stuff like that.
Who do their job.
Another
People who
person
do
says,
their job.
someone give Blake a raise. He was the real MVP. Give that clerk a raise.
It's infuriating me just as much now as it did when I apparently watched this 4 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's that. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to react to. And I know I kind of threw some shade at Cut earlier, but I really enjoyed their videos. Their content is really interesting and fun to watch. So still a big fan. Cut would still work with you in the future. If you ever wanted to, we could do something fun together. And always happy to help consult companies on how to make things more accessible. There we go. Let me know what else you want me to react to, and until next time, you can click over here to see my reaction to the OG Toph in the animated Avatar The Last Airbender, who is a blind character. I know a lot of you were excited for that one. Or you can click over here to see a Reddit reaction where I react to stories about disability and dating. Check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye!